Hey everyone, it's Don with Don's Field of Dreams Cards. Friday afternoon here. As I mentioned in my last video, I haven't been buying a lot of cards, so just been looking for some reasons to show a video. And tomorrow I'm headed to the Pittsburgh Card Show. Scott, Reindeer Studios, will be coming in from Cleveland. And Dean Gearhart, I Collect Everything, will be there. And I think he's going to the show tonight. Maybe Bob Lewis will be going tomorrow. Kind of the typical crew here in the Pittsburgh, Cleveland area that we all hit card shows up together. But John, Wade Boggs fan, is driving in. So he lives about 3 hours from here. So as I speak, he's en route here. And we're going to go to the show tomorrow. But he also asked if he could come and see my collection. And I was like, absolutely. But some of my cards were in the safety deposit box, so you can see the pile here. So I pulled these out to show John tomorrow, but I figured, hey, why not show these cards on a video? And these are probably the best cards in my collection as far as iconic cards and to be honest, monetarily, these are probably my most expensive cards too. But there's not a card here that you haven't seen before if you've watched my channel, which most of the people that continuously watch my channel have seen these. But every once in a while I get a new subscriber and some guys that might not have seen these cards. And even if you have, they're just great cards to see, to spend a few minutes checking them out. So the only order they're in here is I just separated them by PSA and SGC just because it made them easier to stack. So and I'm also going to mention my 6 roommates when I see a card that I think pertains to those guys. So start off with 1954 Jackie Robinson. And a shout out to my buddy George, Diamond Yard Sports Cards, who will be joining us at the National. From my 1964 Topps stand-up set, one of my favorite sets in my whole collection, Mickey Mantle. So that's a shout out to my buddy James, Elite Hunters, another roommate of mine for the National. Picked this up at last year's National. No, I take that back. Next card I did. This is an eBay purchase last year. Robert Lefty Grove. Love this Gaudy set. Here's the card I meant to say that I picked up at the National. And I remember talking to Mike Moynihan. And this was on his list last year and he picked it up. I don't know how good the focus is here. And found one. And as you'll see with some of these cards, it's off-centered. There's certain cards that I don't care about centering or even a few ding corners, as long as the card is presentable, especially when they're this old. Love that card. Again, it's so nice to actually pull these out of the safety deposit box and get to look at them and read them. One of my dream cards that I never thought I would own, and that I do. So love that. I don't know if I have more than one pirate card in here or not, so I'm going to throw 2 of my roommates into this as one. My buddy Lou in Tampa, Florida, Lou Rock TV, and my fellow Pittsburgh homie John Mangini, who has since departed the Berg. But 2 more of my good roommates. The card that I spent the most money in my life on, right here. And what can you say? It's an Aaron rookie. That's all I think I need to say. Followed that up with another rookie from that year. Ernie Banks, my only BVG card I have left. No, I take that back. I have an Enos Slaughter in BVG. I used to have a 58 Mays and Aaron, and I cracked those out and sent those to SGC. And scariest thing I ever did was cracking those suckers out of this case, or their cases. I think if I ever sent this to SGC, I would just send it in this case and let them deal with it. But another great card. Again, back to fellow YouTuber, helped me with this, my buddy George again. Just a classic card. Again, a lot of these cards I never thought I would have in my collection. And still pinching myself that I have some of these. And again, guys, you can see the grades. You don't need them in 6, 7s, or 8s. And not that they're cheap in this grade, because they're not. But I mean, that card looks awesome. The centering, no creases. You know, I think sometimes we get so worked up in the grades, but then when you see how trash some of these are in raw form, and then it's like, you know, these cards really aren't that bad. My only Hank Greenberg, because Sean Tiford and Brian B. Ross 6 have all the other ones, so there's no more left in the market. I'm obviously kidding. But picked this one up locally, 1941 play ball. Couple cards in here that I actually got raw. These next two that I subbed in, or not subbed in, subbed SGC. So 53 Jackie Robinson. Again, off-centered, but when it comes to these iconic cards, I don't care. You know, if it was a 65 Clemente, I'm a little more picky, but I just want these cards in my collection, like many of you, and just so thankful that I do. Here's another one. I'm just so glad it was in my collection. Bought this one off of Facebook, raw, and sent it in. As you can see, right corner's dinged, left top corner's dinged, but there's no creases. Fortunately, this one is centered pretty well, but sound like a broken record, but again, an iconic card just to have in my collection. To me, one of the best looking threes I've ever seen on this card. And I think there's a slight crease somewhere on this card, and I don't remember where it is. And if I can't find it, that's a good thing. This was the last card I needed to finish my 56 Topps set for Hall of Famers. I don't collect the whole set originally, although now I did need Minnie Minoso, which I added, but I still need Gil Hodges. So maybe at the show tomorrow, I might find one of those. My oldest card for me, shout out to my other roommate, Rick, Vintage Oddball Cards, huge Christy Mathewson fan. And another shout out to my friend who I'm going to meet tomorrow, or pick up at the hotel, John Wade Boggs fan. Christy Mathewson is from the center of Pennsylvania where John lives, and went to Bucknell University, which I believe John said he went to grad school there, and it's close to where he lives. So, you know, again, this card is hardly pristine, but so what? Wish it didn't have this black stain on it, and don't know a lot about the T205, so I don't know if Honest Long Cut is, I'm guessing it's pretty common. If I have it, I doubt it's the rare version, but just a great card. Got the Pepto-Bismol 1959 rookie Bob Gibson. Picked this up at my local card shop where I got the Satchel Paige and the 49 Bowman, and where I got the Jackie Robinson, the 53 that I graded, and this guy was upset with the grade he got on this when he subbed it. And this is my first and my only 1933 DeLong gum card. And because of a lot of you guys on YouTube taught me about this card. So Pie Trainer for the Pirates. Again, sucker got a 2. Again, who cares about that grade? This card is beautiful. So just another beauty of YouTube. You know, I had no clue about these cards. And this is important to me more because of who owned it. Lionel Carter, one of the pioneers of collecting cards. And I actually have 2 cards from his collection now. I have this one, and I have a 1964 Bob Gibson. So just a cool card of a Hall of Famer, and it was in Lionel Carter's collection. So love that card. And then my last big purchase, which I picked up, I just knocked over this stack of cards maybe a month or 2 ago. And again, you know, a food product card that I would not have known about this set without the help of fellow guys on YouTube. And this is the classic pose of Roy Campanella. You see this on his Bowman card. And as I said in the video, it's a big card. Like if you look at the diamond stars, and actually let's pull a Topps card that's a little more, maybe not a vertical one. Let's get one that's, or I'm sorry, horizontal. Let's get one that's vertical. So you can see it's taller and a little bit wider. If I can do the card, it's hard to do it with these slabs. But just probably the best cards in my collection, and just pulled them out to share with some of these YouTubers tomorrow. So I thought I'd share it with the rest of you YouTubers. So as always, guys, thanks for watching my videos, and I'll talk to you soon.